Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. Touchdowns on liquid air, on the slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout.
But I don't know. I don't know what Chicago's going to do. I don't know. Are they going to try to go get Ari McDonald? Are they going to try to get a another point guard for Vandersloot? Rachel Bonham is just not getting it done. I've been saying the same thing. I'd rather see Haley Van Lith than Rachel Bonham because she ain't getting it done. Yeah, Chicago was they hurting, man. You can't blame it on Angel. Angel had a couple bad games, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people on bringing the heat on Tyler Marsh, but listen, I say this all the time, and he has a lot of culpability. Maybe his X's and O's aren't quite where they need to be a coach at this level, but in my opinion, watching the game for myself, Tyler Marsh can't do nothing for missed shots because that's what it comes down to. And I figured out I'm gonna have to do a stat on this. I'm gonna have to try to get a video done about this. Like when you watch the game, just take the shots, take the jump shots missed, uncontested, wide open, good look jump shots, and which ones fall and which ones don't. That's the difference. In the second half, Atlanta was hitting their shots, and Chicago was not. Ariel Atkins, I don't know. She's supposed to be a good deep shooter. She was just okay tonight. I don't know what else they're going to do. But they got to find somebody to fill that void. And Rhyne Howard got on the heater in the second half. And again, Chicago looked good in the first half. The second half, they just got trashed. I literally saw one play. Angel Reese is going down the court on a breakaway. She got to steal. And she gets her braids tangled. So she's trying to untangle her hair with the ball. I was like, what did I just see? So things like that, you know, they gotta, that ain't Tyler Marsh. When 6'7" Camila Cardoso was missing layups and missing plays under the basket, whether she coming in too hot, she just don't have no control over the ball or whatever the situation is. It just ain't working. And you can't blame that on Tyler Marsh entirely. Let me say it like that. Yes, he's the coach. So it's all going to start and end with him because ultimately he'll be the one to get fired. But he ain't, I said this before, but I don't care if it's Tyler Marsh, if it was Christy Sides, if it was Noelle Quinn, I don't care who it is. Stephanie White, they don't set a pick. They don't shoot a jumper. They don't get a steal. They don't block a shot. They don't get a rebound. Coaches don't do anything. They are on the sideline for a reason. It is the men and women on that court at any given time that got to make up the difference. Angel Reese looked much better today, but she still has her bouts of just throwing up shots under the rim, and it's like that's what she got to get better at. But you can tell that's how she play. She throw up them shots. Unfortunately, all of them shots that she was doing at LSU and all the stuff she did last year, they not going in like they did last year. She's in her sophomore slump, as I see it. She's going to always get the rebounds. She's gonna always get the rebounds, but she is in her sophomore slump, man. She's not playing bad. I just think that in my opinion, they got her on the perimeter trying to pass and trying to run a lot, not everything. Not let me I'm trying to make it so it's not over dramatic, but a lot of times she's on the perimeter outside of the arc and Cardoso is outside of the arc. And it's like, and I know they trying to run the pick and rolls and all of that type of stuff. And they had a couple good plays with that. And they had a lot of turnovers with that. So they just need to tighten that up just a little bit. Because they don't practice bad passes in practice. They don't practice that. That's on the players on the field, not having the feel for what they're trying to do. Trying to do a little too much. So um that's like I said, that's not all on Tyler Marsh. So, it is what it is. But like I said, they look better. But Atlanta's balling this year. Rhyne Howard has been stellar. I might have to re-vote and make sure I vote for her going to the All-Star game because she's been playing that well. She's been playing well. Brittany Sykes has been playing well. Aaliyah Boston's been playing well. Um, you know, heck, I was going to even put one of my votes. I had Kiki going because she's been doing a damn thing, man. And so it's, you know, they are getting it done. And Rhyne Howard right now, she was leading the way for Atlanta. Let's look at the box scores real quick. Let's see where we are. Let's go to the ESPN box scores. They're the easiest to read. Let me let y'all into this. What's going on, Carlos? There we go. So Angel had 12 and 9, so she didn't get a double-double. But let me be honest with you. That's what I expect from Angel Reese. To me, that's a good game for Angel Reese. Anywhere, and I've said it before, anywhere between 10 and 15 points is where she should be at any given time. Let's look at her seasonal stats. 10 and 12. That's about right. 10.1 points a game, 12 rebounds. So today she was 10 and 9. So, she was a little bit below average, but it's gonna happen like that. But that 4 out of 10 from the floor, that's what she got to get with. That's what she got to get with. She's not shooting well from the floor at all, and most of her buckets is coming from underneath the basket. You got to be better. You got to be better than 30%, and you sitting right underneath the basket. That's where she's catching all the flack from, rightfully so. She's still gonna get the rebounds. She's still gonna get the offensive rebounds and all that type of stuff. Every now and then she'll hit a jumper from somewhere. She didn't take no 3-pointers today. I don't ever want to see Angel Reese taking the 3-pointers. She don't look comfortable doing it. And she give that opportunity to somebody as good as shooting threes. Let the percentages work in your favor. So, I don't know. Now I can blame that on Tyler Marsh. If you setting up plays and she, if she takes it upon herself, well, then that's not his fault. But still, you got to draw some things up to get her down low. And they had a lot of pick and rolls between her and Camila Cardoso that worked tonight, but a lot of them that didn't. Camila Cardoso, 7 for 12, much better. Rebecca Allen, 2 for 8. That's not going to cut it. She hit 2 threes. That was it. Kia Nurse, 1 for 5 for the night, 0 for 2 from 3. Got to be better at that. Rachel Banham was 3 for 8 and 50% from 3. I still say I would go with Haley Van Lith. It just looks like Rachel Banham is not it on the floor. Like I don't know how to describe it. She just don't look like she is. Yeah, they gotta go in a better direction. I don't know. I just think Haley Van Lith is better than Rachel Bantam. They need to go ahead and let Haley Van Lith start and let her get her minutes. Give her 2 games to start and let her take all of the lumps and then get a good evaluation of what you got. Because all that mop up duty, she not learning anything, and that's not doing her any type of good. She can't do any worse than what Bantam is giving you. So I say let her get in there, let her get some minutes, and let her play. You might as well. Uh-oh. Why does this thing keep turning off? My mic keep turning off. I say let her play. But, that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. So, but right now, they are looking good. They are looking good. Let me see. Did I touch that again? Oh, yeah. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. All right. So Ariel Atkins, 4 for 10 for the night, 1 for 3 from deep. She ended up with 12 points, 5 assists. So she made the most out of it. She had 2 steals. So she filled up the stat line. So she made the most out of it, but she was 4 for 10. I guess you're shooting 40%. So I guess you can't complain about that. Kia Nurse, she's not it. Onion Ware, Maddie Westbell, Elizabeth Williams. Elizabeth Williams has had a couple good games. She 4 for 8. So at least, she did something. I mean, shoot, Haley Van Lith in 4 minutes, she put up 4 points. So that's cool. See, I can't get with that, man. I can't get with that. Because how many times have we seen in history of professional sports, you get the superstar on a dying team, and the superstar has got to resuscitate that team. And it can't be, this is not what I signed up for, send me somewhere else. That's not how superstars are made. That's not how superstars are made. So that's part of the story. That's part of the story. You came in when the team was trash, and you were one of the linchpins to bring that team to the next level, get to the playoffs, and ultimately win a championship. Build that team. The problem is Jeff Pagliaccia is not, I don't know what his motive is. I don't know what his MO is. You shouldn't have got rid of Teresa Weatherspoon. The whole thing with Kennedy Carter, you probably should have kept her, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. But Teaspoon, you should have kept Teaspoon. You should have kept Teaspoon. And eventually she would have figured it out. She would have had to do some things different because it'd have been too much pressure this year. So you got to change it up. But right now, they're not getting it done. So at least they've advanced to, they played a good first half. Now let's see if they can bring it up in the second half. Indiana ain't no different. Indiana having bad second halves of basketball. But they don't want a couple more games, so the heat's not on them like that. Yeah, I mean, but it's been like that. And let me be honest with you. I didn't expect Angel Reese to get to Chicago and turn it around in a year or 2 years. Those expectations were unrealistic. And I saw a video today where it was saying the topic of Angel Reese seems to be where her expectations are a little too high. Did they set the expectations too high this year for Angel Reese? And my answer is no. No, you didn't. The expectations were set by Angel Reese. She set the bar with what she did last year. So the expectations weren't too high. You're going based on what she did last year. And at the very least, you want her to be as good, if not better. As good is the baseline. You want everybody to keep getting better. Yeah, you can drop off a little bit, but she's had a drastic drop off. She's still getting the rebounds, but she's not even getting the rebounds at the same clip. This is, this is a sophomore slump. This is what happens when you get um teams get a whole year to watch film on you, and then they watch you in Unrivaled. So now they really got a gist of what you do, what you can do, what you can't do, stuff like that. She's still trying to come down the court every now and then. She want to go Iverson on them like she got super handles. Angel Reese is not a good ball handler at all. That's not her game. And every time she get into that mold where she want to try to, put the handles on and maybe pop up a jumper, is just not. She got that shot put jumper from her shoulder height. She don't bring the ball up for a proper jump shot like a Rhyne Howard does. She doesn't do that. She got the shot put, which means that stuff can be blocked pretty easily. And when you have the ball way back here, it is hard to get touch on the ball. That's why you keep the ball at your head so it's all in your fingertips. When you shot putting, it is very difficult. It's very difficult to shoot like that, and it's very difficult to bring the ball directly over your head when you're shooting like that. It's hard to get touch on the ball. That's why when you see somebody like Melissa Smith, when she shoots, that ball's got way too much arc on it. That's hard to control. So I don't know, what Angel's gonna have to do. Every time she down on the blocks, getting the rebounds, you can mark her up for 10 to 15 points every night. Add a couple, cleanups, some putbacks, and some free throws. That'll put you, on a good night, somewhere between 15 and 20. That's a good night for Angel Reese. She can get you 9 boards with her eyes closed. But, all of this rigmarole that Jeff P is talking about getting her help. Everybody's just talking around the issue. Basically, she's shooting bad under the basket. That's the problem. But it's not just her. Ariel Atkins has got to make shots. Rachel Bannums has got to make shots. They don't have a point guard. Kia Nurse, somebody else has got to come through. And that's not what they get. Just like you look at Atlanta. Let's go down and look at Atlanta real quick. Brianna Jones, a big 13 points. So she matched what you got out of Camila Cardoso, right? Cardoso gave you 15 and 9. Almost had a double-double. Brianna Jones gives you 13 and 11. She did have a double-double. So basically, she matched Cardoso. Brittany Griner, she gave you 7 points. She was slow today. Below average at best. Alicia Gray, 15 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, and a block. That's a good night for her. 5 of 13 shooting. She did not hit any threes. Threes wasn't falling today. And what did I say the other day, like when I was watching Indiana and Kelsey Mitchell was going through her struggles? Everybody gets a turn. Everybody gets a turn. Some days you're going to be on, some days you won't. And for Alicia Gray, she still dropped 15 on you, but she could not hit a three. She hits 2 threes. Now you're talking about 21 points. So it's a whole different outlook. But she wasn't making her shots. Ain't nobody blaming Atlanta's coach. Albert says, I'm confident and I'm willing to wager everything I own that when Rhyne Howard enters free agency, she will ultimately join the New York Liberty. Possibly. New York gonna be hard to beat this year. So it looks like it might be Minnesota and New York again for a rematch. So, dude, listen, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. Renee Montgomery, yeah, the whole not like us thing from last year. I was like, I didn't like that at all. It was unnecessary. and then you couldn't quantify who you were talking to. Because I take exception to that, because I was a Caitlin Clark fan and I wasn't trolling, and I'm not doing all of the shit that they talking about people doing. So that don't apply to me. So who you talking to? And then for some reason, everybody wanted to be your girlfriend. They wanted to be one of the girls, and you know, and it just didn't look. It wasn't a good look for the dub, for the W. It was not a good look at all. It made everybody look petty. It made everybody look like there's a bunch of bitchy catty women, mad that somebody else was getting the attention, mad that there was a new pretty girl in school. That's what it looked like. That's how it came across a lot of the time. And it was unnecessary because the whole time Caitlin Clark didn't say much of nothing. And now you fast forward to this year, and everybody now I got to give Angel some of the blame when she came out and said she would be the villain and all that type of stuff. People took that shit and they ran with it. They ran with it. So now everything that bad that happens to Chicago is Angel Reese's fault. Nah, nah. You got to keep it 100. At least I do. I don't. I am not a fan of Brittany Griner. Not a fan at all. However, when everybody jumped on the bandwagon talking about she said the racial slurs, I was like, did y'all even watch the game? Because clearly she didn't do that. Caitlin Clark wasn't even involved in the play. So what the hell are y'all talking about? Now you got all these political folks with all these shows jumping on the bandwagon, and clearly they don't watch the game. They don't. So keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. I'm trying to keep it basketball. Trying to keep it basketball. I saw a thing today. It was on Twitter. They were talking about Paige Beckers scoring the 30, 35 points or whatever it was last night. Right? Her and Caitlin Clark are the only two rookies to do that. But they purposely said, I saw a post where it said Paige Beckers got hers in the first 7 games. It took Caitlin Clark like 34 games to do that. And I was like, who cares? What difference does that make? When she did it, she did it. So what happens if she doesn't do it again? Ever? Then what? I've never seen so many records like this. It's almost like, you know, Caitlin Clark broke a record. She went to the restroom and she took 35 steps off the bench to get to the lavatory or something like that. Like that's never happened in the WNBA before. Like the stuff they bring in stats out for, and it's like, are they trying to make the mundane more exciting? Like, I don't know. They put too much spin on it. They put too much spin on it. Just let them play. Just let them play. Paige Beckers had a hell of a night last night. Hell of a night. And what we end up talking about, damn Dejanay Carrington. I did a whole video about that, so I'm not going to get into all of that bullshit again. Not going to do it. So congrats to Paige Beckers getting it done. And I hope you don't have no more troubles with 2 of your veterans, being up too late and BSing around. I don't. That's not a good look for Paige Beckers to had that on her TikTok. Get off of social media. Shut it down. But excuse me. These athletes now are too ingrained with it. Way too ingrained with it. A lot of people are insisting her injury was fake so she doesn't have to face the heat from all the critics. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Angel Reese? Iowa, who are you talking about? CC? Nah, I mean, nah, I don't buy that at all. I don't buy that at all. I know Caitlin Clark is 100% back. They announced it on her practice press conference, her, Stephanie White, and Sophie. Sophie still got a couple more days, but Caitlin Clark has confirmed that she will be playing versus New York. So that should be a good game. Hopefully, they'll get a little payback for losing that game in New York when they had every opportunity to win that game. It's the same thing. They had opportunities to win that game in spite of how bad they played. They missed shots at the end, open shots. That's the difference. When you got an open shot, you got to bang those shots. Period. You got to bang those shots. And that's been the problem. So for all of these teams losing, for Chicago, for Dallas, you got to start hitting your shots. Is it the coach's fault that Arike Agumbawale was like, what, 0 for 10 from 3 or something like that? She couldn't hit anything. She was struggling. So, and don't get it twisted. What happens if CC comes out tomorrow and lays an egg? What's the excuse going to be? She's been out. She's got to get herself together. She's got to get back up the pace. This is what happens when you've been out of the game for a while. She's got rusty. She got to shake the rust off. You're going to hear all of them phrases tomorrow. All of them. So I hope she comes out firing, but I hope, that first logo 3, I hope she pins it. Because if not, that's all you're going to hear about is how rusty she is. Just give her time and all of that type of stuff. If not, New York going to be in that ass. Yeah, Aces on that struggle bus too, man. Listen, Aces had a team, and then they dismantled the team. De'Erica Hamby left. Kelsey Plum left. You got some major players that are not with you no more. What are you going to do? How do you respond, Becky? How do you respond, Becky? You was all world when you had your team together. Now that your team is not together, you got injuries and you dealing with the same shit everybody else is dealing with. How do you respond? Now we're going to see what type of coach Becky Hammond is. I know she's a good coach, but this is adversity. And she got to work her way out of it. So she ain't no different than anybody else. She done made some mistakes in the past, and it's coming back to haunt her. If you talk about Angel's wrist, she didn't fake the injury. I think she legit had jacked up her wrist, and lucky it wasn't worse when she was doing what she was doing in Unrivaled. So I don't think she faked it, but she dealing with it now. Ooh. I got the yawns all of a sudden. So we're gonna see tomorrow what Caitlin Clark. Hope them legs is ready. Because New York is coming with it. And Natasha Cloud is gonna be in your grill again. You already know that's coming. You already know. I might do a stream tomorrow. I'm gonna do the game. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the game or a post game. I'm not sure yet. So, but I'll figure it out. But what's gonna happen? What happens tomorrow? Like I was saying, Kaylin, you better have your shit together. Everybody talking about the viewership and the ratings and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't care about all that stuff. When she come back on the court, she better be ready to come back. So we'll see. Man, go back and forth with people about this, man. Angel is not trash, bro. She's not. Unfortunately, they trying to make her too much. They're trying to make her this big offensive weapon, and it's like she's not. Let her get her points off the rebounds and the putbacks and stuff like that, like she's been doing when she was at LSU and her first year in the league. Let her keep doing that. Why you change her up? I don't want her bringing the ball down the court. I don't want her directing traffic. I want her butt on the blocks, attacking that glass. That's what she's good for. That's her bread and butter. Stick with it. Stick with it. So, um, yeah, she not good. Goodness gracious, she not said. I don't. I would not call her trash. Absolutely not. People bitch, moan, and complain because she got so many rebounds, and now she got her own rebounds, and she kept missing. And I'm like, listen, if you in a game and you standing underneath the basket with your opponent, and you the only one coming down with offensive and defensive rebounds, you doing something. I could give a damn if she missed her shot 3, 4 times. I don't care. They ain't just sitting underneath the basket letting her get rebounds. And if they are, shame on them. But she's doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing. She is the WNBA's version of Dennis Rodman. That's what she is. Embrace that moniker. You are what Dennis Rodman was in the league. He couldn't shoot. All he would do was out hustle everybody, out rebound everybody. That was his thing. And he leaned into it. He leaned into it. And he became an all-time great because of it. And I think she need to lean into being a post player and getting your buckets underneath the glass. That's where it happens. That's where it happens. So, yeah, it is difficult to fake injuries, bro. Very difficult. Real quick, want y'all to notice something. Pro Fan Hoops. All right. This is my new channel, Pro Fan Hoops. Basically, what I'm doing is taking all the basketball content from Pro Fan Talk and just slowly but surely sending it all over there. And eventually, this is going to be my de facto basketball channel for NCAA women's and WNBA. This is the place for it. So if you ever in a chat or a stream or something and you see Pro Fan Hoops pop up, you know it's me. I got 94 subscribers. We just trying to keep it moving. So if you have not subscribed to Pro Fan Hoops, please do. Please do. Let me see. That is disrespect to him. Angel is lazy on defense, even though she can play. I don't agree with that. Angel is got quick hands. She can get to the ball. She can get steals, and she can get rebounds. That's not lazy on defense. So I would disagree with that. She's got some issues with her game, but defense is not one of them. So she could get better at some things, but you know, her defense is sound as far as I'm concerned. She just got to score points under the basket. That's it. She got to stop chucking up them shots. That's it in a nutshell for me. But it was a great game tonight. Great game tonight. By Atlanta, anyways. Atlanta is 7-3 and 4-1 at home. Atlanta is a formidable team. You didn't even see Pow Pow tonight. Did she even play? She got 5 minutes. She got mop up duty. Mop up duty. So Chicago got some work to do. Atlanta's playing better. I don't even know if they're still in the. I don't know what's going on with the cup, Commissioner's Cup or whatever. So, um, she just got that ugly shot, bro. She is not the only one either. She is not the only one. But you know, It'll be interesting to see what the post game was like. What's up, Wody Mac? I think I know what you're referring to on the lazy defense take. Some creators have highlighted plays. Okay, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not sure if you were. I didn't realize you were referring to something specific, but fair enough. If you got it on tape, hey, if that's a game observation, fair game, fair play. Because a lot of stuff that she has done in the past, admittedly, ain't great, and she got to get better at it. So if you saw something that was, or something going around on socials now, if it's legit, so be it. If it's legit, so be it. So, but I don't think. I think she gets a lot of unfair criticism because she's had a couple bad games, and when she's had good games, they still lost. So that's on her too. She's a victim of bad management. But ultimately, still, when you on the court, you got to do your job. And she's right now, she's not doing a very good job of it. Right now is she shot 40% from the floor tonight, so she had a decent game tonight. But regular season, she's 35% from the floor. Most of her shots are coming from underneath the basket. So try to get a little bit better with that. But we'll see. What's up, Alchemist? Ooh. So yeah, she needs to get a little bit better. Where is Camilla? Now Camilla, she 10 and a half, 6.5, 1.6 assists, and a steal. She has got for the season, her floor percentage is 50%, which is great. No three-pointers. 1.8 turnovers a game, a block, a steal. She filling up the stat sheet for the year, so it's not that bad. But they kind of need to go to her a little bit more. But she gotta. I don't know. It's like Camilla is missing something. Like she don't know what a like the car won't start. She cranking it, but it ain't. It's trying to start, but it ain't gonna start yet. And she missing something. You got some money on Angel tonight. 10 rebounds. Uh, yeah, she got. I think she ended up with 8 or 9. So you fell short on that one, bro. Yeah, Tyler Marsh. I think he's got a better lineup now. But honestly, I think one of the problems is you got Bantam in there chucking up bricks. Chucking up bricks. They got uh, for the second game, FIBA will benefit significantly against the Liberty due to the absence of Leone Fibic, the best wing defender in the league. Okay. Okay. They better come out ready to go because Fibic has been playing well. Then you got Marina Johannes. She's been playing well. Natasha Cloud has been off the chain. It don't look like it in the stat sheet, but when she's on the court, she's making a difference. She's a dynamo on defense. So they got a lot of things to do, a lot of stuff to work on, man. A lot of stuff to work on. So I hope Caitlin has got her legs with her. She can get some lift on them jump shots. Um, we'll see what she looks like. We'll see what she looks like. And can they steal a game from New York? From the world champions? That's what you want to know. That's what you want to know. So but yeah, that's it, man. I just want to talk about the game. And really I just wanted to I just wanted to have a nice little a showcase for my graphics. because I put this thing with Rhyne Howard together tonight. So, and it looks good. Don't act like it don't. She had a hell of a game. 36 points, 12 for 25, 9 for 19 from three. 9 for 19. Good grief. Man, don't listen, bro. Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started. Cincinnati has a history of being cheap. And now they get what they get. They got a history of it. So it is what it is. I hope he gets something worked out and stays right where he is. But that's the business of the game, man. The NFL is a nasty business. Nasty business. So all right, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. I wanted to rock for about 45 minutes because I was gonna produce a video about the game. So I figured I'd just click on the live and continue to talk. So like I mentioned earlier, please visit my channel, Pro Fan Hoops, on YouTube and subscribe. We're going to keep doing the same thing, try to make it a little bit better. And it's going to be all hoops. So please support, but and also hit the thumbs up so we can get stuck in the algorithm like we do. You know how it works. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all joining me. And I will be streaming the game tomorrow, the Indiana Fever game tomorrow, and we'll probably have a post game. So stay tuned for them. Hope you guys had a good night. Hope you guys had a good time watching the game. And we'll keep this thing moving tomorrow. See you then. Peace.